But it's funny we're talking about this because I'm wearing this shirt right now with these fish on it.
Cool shirt.
And this shirt really makes me happy because I was in Costa Rica a couple months ago. I was with my buddy Kyle, and he was wearing the shirt at breakfast one morning, and I was like, hey, cool shirt, man. I like that. It's like kind of goofy but cool, funky at the same time. And he was like, yeah, I like it, is whatever. And then he got up and he left, and a few minutes later he came back wearing a different shirt and he handed it to me.
Yeah, that's cool.
I was like, are you kidding me?
Now you got a magic shirt.
Like, yeah, I mean, he actually took it off his back and handed it to me.
Beautiful.
Yeah, so I love, this shirt really does make me happy.
Yeah, man. I met this guy Kent last night. He's my friend Pendleton's friend. And when you're hanging out with somebody and you start realizing oh, you're a genius or something, right? I didn't know him, but it's he's really smart. He does this VR podcast, but he's really into mathematics, and he's really into there's a form of yoga that's based on mental processes. Bhakti yoga is about love. Hatha yoga is the body poses.
I practice. I should do yoga.
That's a power. That's my dude. I'm a master. I'm actually a black belt, and I should do yoga.
Yeah, it's really good.
I teach it too. I teach very expensive classes.
Yeah.
But he was telling me that he was telling me that there's a book called, you probably read it, this book called Sacred Economics. Have you read this?
Oh yeah, David Eisenstein
yes.
or something. Yeah.
I gotta read it, man.
Yeah.
But he was talking about gifts. So he's talking about the different ways that we trade matter, and one of them, capitalism. If your friend had been like, "Oh, I'll sell it to you for $10,"
right?
You're like, "All right, I guess so, weirdo. Here's $10. Thanks for the shirt. I guess you need money." You know what I mean? But it's a closed transaction.
Right.
Nothing's going further. You don't need him anymore. He doesn't need you anymore.
Right.
Then barter is kind of hey, well, dude, if you like it, man, I'll give this to you, but someday get me back with a cool article of clothing.
Right.
Well, now there's this hanging transaction there or something, right? But when you give someone something with no expectation of anything back, what you tell someone is, this friendship is just beginning right now. It's going to go on and on and on because I'm giving you something now.
Right.
And it's a way, it opens up friendships. It opens up, dude, I had this guy, Robert Ryan, on my podcast. You should have him. He's fucking cool. He's this famous tattoo artist, sweet guy. But he brought over to my house, he had this Shruti box, which is, you ever seen one of these, a squeeze box? If you listen to Krishna Das, when you pump it, it goes, wow. It's a cool thing. But anyway, he brought this over. I thought he just brought it over to play music on the podcast or whatever. I was looking, I was like, man, that's beautiful. And he's like, oh yeah, I want you to have it. And then it's like, what? This beautiful fucking thing? Are you kidding me? What? You really? Well, he said it's like a permanent loan, but that was that made our friendship magical. Now I have this magical item that this mystical tattoo artist gave me. It's imbued with power. And it's such a cool thing to do. It's such an easy thing to do, to give stuff to people. Yeah. And when you give stuff to people, you relieve yourself of the karmic burden of that item too. And you give a person this magical, imagine if you only own stuff that was given to you.
Right.
Everything magical, everything connected to someone who loves you.
And yes, ladies and gentlemen, Duncan and I are going to Burning Man in a week.
That's right, man. I forgot.
Economy,
Gifting
right?
economy, yeah. Shit, I gotta find something to give, man. What am I gonna bring from New York?
There's a Buddhist expression I love, which is, everything is lost except what is given away.
Oh, that's so true too.
Yeah.
So fucking true, man.
And a similar one, it sort of expresses the same sentiment as this African expression, which is the best place to store extra food is in your friend's stomach.
Ah!
Is that great?
That's beautiful.
Because it's got that same sort of idea. It's like, I got you covered, man. I love you. It's...
Plus, you don't have to chew it. And it's warm.
It's pre-warmed, pre-chewed.
Yeah.
You store it in there. When you're ready, you just fucking punch him in the gut.
Give me that fucking hamburger.
I'm ready.